meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home with skill upon skills. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Steep and frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land, tears will help you stand. In heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Misty glades and valleys deep, the mighty Jarls reside. The Thurgood there have lost their homes to the minions of the Queen of Pride. The journey goes on to where we don't know. Oh, Father, can you see me fight on? Will the journey end with the last demon slain, or will we be sailing again? To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken.
Good evening, everybody. Here we are again with our Call to Arms playthrough, and we are going to start the game as app. And I do hope everything works fine, because I have been doing some finagling with all of this here, and I have made new overlays and all of that. And we're gonna see if that is working. So we do need our Maigo. There she is. And we do need Maigowelt. And there we go. We're gonna start. We have been doing some mountaineering in the last episode. We did find the mother place. Let's have a look at the map. We were running around the mountain here and came so close, and maybe it's just behind one rock and we did not see it because we went right next to it. So we're gonna start by sleeping, and then we're gonna go back to the mountain. We have been getting some wood, I remember, so there should be some wood in here. Well, that is not a lot, but there is a lot of fine wood still left. Oh, let me put on that. Oop, the ground is shaking. Now we can see how good our spawn proving really is. I can not see any guy coming for us. To stand up here, look over there. No. No trolls. That needs to go in here. I should be probably eating something. Yeah, we're gonna eat something. I don't think we're gonna get in trouble with that raid. So we're gonna eat that and that and that, and we have to stay here and wait until that passes because the timer won't go away if we don't. I would love to get up there and see from above. The shaking begins to fade, so no trolls from no direction. Ha! We did good with the spawn proving. We have a really safe base here. Looking good. Okay. Now we go to the mountains and see what we are finding there. We want to leave a portal at the mother place, so probably a good idea to bring a portal in the first place, and we don't have any portals prepared to be bringing with us. So we do need... Where are all the... I should have some settling cores here. There they are. 2 settling cores and 10 eyes. And 20 fine wood and 20 wood. So we've got another portal there just to make sure we can leave a portal at the mother place. And we might want to set that to mother. So we have that prepared. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I hope you can hear me all right. I have been finagling with everything here, and I am not quite sure. Oh, look. Yeah, there. I'm proving once and for all that I am not able to shoot. Gotta see where that mother altar is, and it is right here. No, that's not the mother altar. It can't be too far off. Huh. Okay. Is it more upwards? It is really, really close from that portal there. But where? Where is it? There. There we go. Okay, there we go. Where is that mother altar? It can't be too far off. Oh, there it is. Shoot. Okay. Gonna leave a portal here. There we go. And that is gonna be... Ugh, don't sit down. You don't have time to sit down. This is gonna be mother... Connect. Okay, back to our frost cave. That was on the other side of that. There, that is okay. I think we're gonna get that thing killed because what else are we to do? The sound is perfect. Fantastic. Thank you, Karam, for telling me, and welcome to the stream. Okay, we've got all of that killed. We found the mother altar. And our frost cave where we were at should be around the bend here somewhere. There we are. As far as I remember, we were in there and did some things, but not all the things. And so I think we need to go back there and see. I have forgotten where everything was. There was some doors in here and I'm not quite sure we cleared the doors or did we do that and then leave for home? I cannot remember. Well, that door here is open for sure. Wasn't that stupid place where there were only storage rooms and not real cultist action or something? Or do I remember that wrong? That door is open too. That door is open too. Does that mean we cleared everything out here? It sure does look like. You can't hear the fighting noises. Okay. That is strange. Wait, let me check that. Because I made a thing here. Let me try. That should be working, but it doesn't. Let me see. Okay, that does not work. Can you hear the game now? I think you should now be able to hear the game. While you're at it, I don't see any chat on the screen right now. Yeah, you will see it. Yeah, well, you see it when someone chats. I put the messages to be. You don't see others from YouTube? Okay, wait. Let me check the settings here. It should be having all the things. Ha! Why does it not? Karim, can you do me a favor? Can you write something, please? So we can see if the YouTube chat comes through? Because it should be working. Yeah, there, see? There. Karim comes through. It works. I do see it now. Yeah. I think you got a little bit confused because I set the settings so the chat messages disappear after 30 seconds. Half a minute. Because they kept cluttering up everything, and that probably made it so that you only saw your recent messages but not the messages I got from Karam before. That's probably the problem. Now where is the way up? Oh, here. And now see the message Karam sent for test is gone from the screen. Maybe the 30 seconds is a little too short. Maybe I should put that to 60 seconds to make it better. Something killed my workbench here. Well, okay, now we know that frost cave is done, and following Karam's fantastic advice from last week, we're gonna put an X outside here, so we know we cleared that one. And don't come back here and try to clear that again. Okay, so there we go. I think I will put the decay for the chat messages for the Ninja Social for 60 seconds. But I can't do that live. I have to do that in the settings before we go live. Another one of those. Why do those stone golems always tend to get on a slope? Okay. We've got a dead wolf there as well. Probably don't need the stones. There is another wolf somewhere. Can we now look inside here and see what's going on there? Nothing at all, because they know you don't like fighting them. Ask Smithy to have that programmed in. Oh, that is mean. So whenever I play I get superfluous stone golems. Yeah, that looks like Smithy. That is something he would probably Agree too. Oh, there is another frost cave. Nice. We're gonna take it. Good thing we don't have to find our way back to the altar. We have not found eggs yet. That is another thing we should be doing. So he had them made in a way that I certainly don't like them at all. Well, they are doable, but a nuisance. They are surely a nuisance. So are those. What kind of stupid arrows do I use that it makes it so hard to kill those? There should be an egg somewhere around here. Got stuck. Because 3 of them in short succession, that means there is an egg somewhere here. Most likely. But where? Up here? Where did they even come from? Give me a second. I have to remove that. So, now I can see the things better. Huh. I don't know. I can't see where they came from. Ow, that hurt. Where is that egg? Oh. Now that is nasty. You have to dig that out. Yeah, we're gonna dig it out and transport it because... What else are we to do here? I can hear wolves, so we will be sure to have some wolves around for the party. And another one. At least this time I did not embarrass myself by not being able to shoot straight. Okay, we dug out a dragon egg. And we have to carry that home. And then through the water portal to get it up there. But for now we're just gonna drop it in the portal house. We can get on with life. Okay, the mother portal got destroyed. Friends, that is bad. We have to get back there and dig it and build it again. Shoot. Okay. I had hoped we could go explore, but we have to get to that mother portal. There is a wolf. No, I have not paid enough attention to where that was. Somewhere up there. That is the other frost cave. I'm from the other frost cave around the bend. There is another one. That is the new one. And then up here somewhere That is where the house was. And then that is... And now it's getting super late. Probably don't need that. And now where was the mother altar? Huh. There we are. Just the portal is broken. Due... okay. Due to that guy. Ow, that hurt. Was not prepared for that nonsense. Okay. Yeah, that guy killed our mother portal in the first place, and he killed it again, too. That is not fun. I want to go home. I think we will have to put around some fires here somewhere. Just to make sure they don't destroy that portal all the while. Okay, at least we've got 2 of the eggs at home already. That is something. And we are still on the low side with the... I think we put that... Yeah, we don't have that all the way up where it should be. We do need more wolf stuffs. Nah, that is not good. We want that. We for sure got a lot of crystal and all of that jazz. Let's put that outside so it doesn't clog up my inventory here. And then we have a trophy. We have not all of the trophies we would want to have. We've got another cultist trophy though, but we are missing another stone golem one, and we are missing, of course, the Fenring one because we have not been running around. Oops, there is another trophy in my pocket. We have not been running around in the night. Oh, that is... yeah. Maybe do it like that. Do I really need to carry around the frost, the poison meat? I don't think. Something like that. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see what the map has to say about our travels. There we go. Aha, okay. That seems to be not the biggest of mountains here. Somewhere here is that other frost cave. There was one here, and then there is another one here. We will go around all of that, the perimeter of that, I think, and see that we get all of that explored. We are a little low on turnips, but well, that's that. Let's sleep. I don't know why the game sound was not coming through. It was working earlier when I did a test. Strange. Let's see what we have here. Okay, those are still growing. I think we're gonna bring a little bit of wood and do a little bit of fire outside the mother altar. Put some campfires down so we can make sure that that stuff does not respawn. Maybe that is not the best place to store them when I have to go through there all the time. Maybe we store them over here. Something like that. Okay, what I want to do, well, we got nasty weather here. That is a pity. But what I want to do, I want to put up some fires here, some campfires, just to make sure we don't get all the randomness spawning in here and destroying our campfire again. Let's hope that works. Okay, nasty weather or no, we are going to try and find that second frost cave where we have been. Around the bend and then down there. It's so nasty running around here in this weather. Where? What? Who? Who is shooting? That is the silver mine. Where is that skelly? There. Okay. So that is gonna be nasty finding that again here. What the frickin'? There it is. This is Frost Golem Central here. I'm very unhappy with that weather here. We are somewhere else. Okay, that is where we fought that golem. There is a wolf there. And then a little bit further along there should be that frost cave. There it is. I found it. Okay. Good. Now let's hope that our mother portal is safe now, because that is getting old. Gonna leave all of that in here and gonna see what's in here. At least we are out of the snowstorm. And there is elves. They can actually come over here. There's more elves. That is better. Only one to fight man on man. Okay. Down there. Probably some more cultists. What did that? Oh! Ah, a bat flew right into the fire there. That was that splatter. I'm next to certain that there is cultists down there, probably. Gonna remove those curtains so we can see better what's going on there. I do hate that. There is way too many curtains in those here things. There is not a way through here. Oh boy. He saw me, of course he saw me. I have to get way up here. Unless that guy will... Can I reach that thing from here? No? Oh, what a pity. That would have been fab. Guess who has the wrong... Who has the wrong... No, I got the right Fenris... I got the Fenris code on. Do... Ah. Okay, there are more. If there was more... They should have come out by now. Okay. Okay, that's everything here. And we got the money. More money. Claw. No space for the Fenris here. did you come from? Where did that guy come from? Okay. Oh boy! That one got me by surprise. Ha! Where did that one come from? I thought we saw everything there. There was nothing on the other side there. Where did they come from? Don't understand that. You try and set aflame somebody else, but not me. They did something to those. I've never had cultists behave like that. I still don't know where they came from. Because we did? Oh, I know. We did not look at this and this side. We did look on the other side. There is nothing here. That is not a way through. Huh? What am I missing here? Oh, maybe there is something more here. We did not make sure to check this side. Here we have our problem. That's where they came from. Yeah, should have checked better. Well, we did not die, so all is well. We did clear out everything here, yeah, we did. And then what is this? Another door on the other side. What is this? This is only nothing. Okay. Okay, we got everything here. Then we have to see what's behind that door there. Okay. Okay, I think they changed something about how the cultists work. Because I've never had cultists behave so strangely. Usually they would be standing at the foot of the obstacle and wait for you to shoot them. And that one did turn around and go away when he could not reach me. So that is kind of odd. Okay. So we've got everything from that first pit here. And I think, judging by my health bar, it should be time to be getting home. Also judging by the remaining rested buff. Something here. There is something here. Something nothing. So there's another way down here in the middle, but we're gonna go home for now, I think. Weather cleared up. That is nice. We can't carry all of that. We have to do that in 2 goes. I'm gonna just drop that in our living room for now. And we go back there and bring what is there. We want to leave that on that here to eventually put up more fires if need be, or put up more signs. And we've got a peddler that we need to delete. We don't like peddlers here. I have the best viewers already, so no business to be had from me, sir. Take your peddling elsewhere, please. That, and then something of that, and some bronze. There. Why is that in here? That is odd. Some coal. The coal won't fit here anymore. We have too much stuff here. We have money. And we have trophies, and we have some wolf meat. And the coal needs to go in here. I think we can have that smeltered, because that is the last of the silver. That makes one full smelter. Okay. How far along is our produce? That is not a lot. Okay, is our mother portal gone again, or is it still intact? It's glowing, okay. So at least we have that. What is that? That is number 3. That is back to our first base. Okay. With that kind of a weather and light situation, cannot do a lot. mass number 2, and we should put Mother here. And I think Haldor should go on the other side. Spawn Haldor number 1 is already there, so we can delete that from those markers. Okay, I think we're gonna have a short break here because I do need to drink something. So we're gonna have a little bit of a pause, and I'm gonna be playing a little bit of music. Can you hear the music? That's the big question.
In meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built and built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home with steel pumps built. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land, your tears will help you stand. In heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken.
Okay, I am back. Let me turn off the music and turn on the game. I'm really not understanding why that does not play the sound of the game. What is this? I don't understand. It should be, but it doesn't. Okay. Wait, let me have another look here. Aha, okay. Can you hear the game sound now? It seems to be... It is coming through now. Well, the mystery of OBS Studio. Now it seems to be working. Now the game is playing, I deduct. Yes. Well, What I was trying to do here, I was trying to capture the game sound directly and not the desktop audio, because in case of messenger beeps and some other system beeps that would come through the desktop audio, I would much rather prefer not to have that play. And thus I tried to capture the game sound directly. That was, and I don't know, the settings are sometimes a little confusing. Professional streamer that I am. Have we slept? No, we haven't. We just took a break, duh. Okay, at least now our HP is up and we can go explore a little more. We don't need to find another dragon nest to have all the eggs we need to summon Mother. But first we go in here and see if we find more things in here that need killing. And then we have to find a lot more wolf pelt to get our Fenris armor up to par. That is nothing. And I'm not picking up the glass in here. I think we should be doing that. We want to have a big place in the plains with windows. There is nothing down here. Okay, with that I think this frost cave is done too. There is nothing else. It was just that pit there. There is nothing more here. Okay, another done. I think we need more wood. We don't have enough wood. Oh, yes, we do. We have enough wood to leave ourselves another hint that we did that here. Bam. Okay, let's go. I do want to run all the periphery of that mountain range best I can, because the eggs tend to be in some flatter spots mostly, and we should be wearing that one. And just switch to the Fenris code when we go into a frost cave, because the pierce resistant that thing gives us is so good. There's a lot of plains around this mountain. It's not a big mountain, it's just a mountain. Mr. Wolf, come here. I need the wolf's pelts to get that Fenris armor working. More drakes. Where? I keep proving again and again that I'm not a good marksman. Maybe I should be using the target practice thing. There's another one up there. So is there also an egg up there? Considering you're not a man, that makes sense. Well, I'm not a good markswoman either. That one is attacking something else. No? There are a lot of drakes around here. Maybe we get lucky and find the needed dragon nest soon. Ah, I know what that was attacking. That thing was attacking a skelly here. Okay, we take it. Ow. That did not announce itself. At all. In that case, well, we're gonna have a lot of freeze glands to be using. There is another golem behind that there. Do I want to fight a golem? Not urgently. I urgently want to find another dragon nest. This side looks a mess. Super steep. I don't think we want to go that way. No, sir. Can only fall down there. So we go that way then. I heard a wolf. Is that another frost cave here? No. That is another Drake situation here. And where is that stupid wolf? I'm not keen on trying to fight a wolf and a drake at the same time if I can help it. Where is that thing howling? Okay. We do need that. Maybe we don't need that. With those we can make... Ah! There we have it. Nice. Gonna get that home real quick so we can have that stored away for future use. How to put that thing in here so we can still walk. There we go. Drop that off real quick. At now our egg situation is already solved. We can summon Mother anytime we want to. We still don't have a lot of wolf pelts. Okay, let's go a little bit longer. Have a little bit time left. Let's see if we can get up there. Without straining our stamina bar too much. Okay. I think we do have everything the mountain has to offer for us, except we do need enough wolf pelts to get that Fenris armor up to par. Look at that, so steep. Yeah, we don't want to go down this side. There might be a frost cave right there, down here. Going down there would be a massive pain. But for the sake of the frost cave, we probably have to. Mother altar is right over there. I think we have not seen a lot of that here. Or have we? I remember, like right above my head, that lore stone there. I think I remember we saw that when we came over this way. So probably we have seen most of that down there. Let's go see if we can reach the frost cave we've seen from above, from this side here. Another flap, and of course another golem. Why wouldn't there be another golem? Where is it? Right there on the other side. Ah, and it's one of those. I hate those. Go for the golem, you stupid drake, not for me. Now what with that? You've forgotten that I'm here. Okay, let's get that drake killed because that thing is a nuisance. Here we go. Sir Damphilot, good evening. Welcome in, welcome in. We are running around in Stone Golem Central. I have killed so many of those buggers already here. And we found our third frost cave here. That is nice. Gonna go inside and see what we have here. Can at least clear all of the bats out in the first go. We don't have enough time to get it all done because it's getting late and our food is decaying, but we can clear out the upper levels. Oh, that was not so good. Okay, let's get that this time and not throw it away because we have our portal right outside. I think we will have to have some kind of temporary warehouse where we can... You know me as Ravenschatten, but for some reason I've recently been shown with an ancient nickname. Oh yeah, I read about that. YouTube has switched how it uses the handles and the account names. And there were quite a few people having the same issue, that they had switched the handle and then they were shown with the account name or something of those sorts. I have not fully understood what was going on there, because on both my accounts my username and my handle is the same, so I have no problems. But that is due to a recent update YouTube made in how it handles the nicknames, the user handles and the usernames. So you might want to go into your account and look at the handle and the username. And there you might find that old nick of yours. So you are Ravenschatten, and I take it with that name you are either Austrian, Swiss or German. One of those. German. Okay. Well, that was quite easy because Schatten is a very German word and I don't know of any other language using that word. Those bats are a nuisance. What do we have in our pockets that is... yeah, we want the glass more. Maybe I should be inquiring about the Dutch do, but it has a different meaning, you think. So, what does Schatten mean then in Dutch? My Dutch is non-existent. All languages are related. Yeah, kinda. The European languages are. There are some languages actually that are not related to nothing. They just have a couple of loan words. And that makes it hard to learn them. Schatten means treasure. Oh, so it stems from the same root as the German Schatz. Schatz means treasure, and Schatten and Schatz might be from the same root there. No? You mean no? What do you mean by no, Raven? Schatten means shadow. Yeah, in Dutch, King Under the Mountain was talking about Dutch. So yeah, in English, Schatten means shadow, true, and in Dutch, we got informed it means Schatz, treasure. We also use Schatten when we address multiple loved ones, often children. Yeah, Schätze. Yeah, I think that's the root cause there. What does happen in Dutch? It's the Schatz. Okay, that is all the treasures. That is the money. That is money too. Ein Schatz. Yes, ein Schatz. There we go. Now what do we do with all that glass? It does not fit in here anymore. What's with our... Let's have a treasure chest for all of that stuff outside. 10 fine wood, we can afford that. I need to get some of that stuff out of there. Ooh, it's raining. I don't like that. Let's put that right here. Something valuable that you don't want to lose. A treasure. Yes. Dutch is in a way quite similar to German, and then in a way completely different. Like, it is an interesting language. Maybe one day after I'm done with learning Japanese. And there's of course the one that means better start running like hell. That one is most likely the same in Dutch and German as in the line Lieber Schatz. Oh yeah, you mean like sarcastically if you say mein Lieber Schatz, and then the tone gives it away that you rather take your feet in your hand and run. I'm not sure that it's a mixture between German and English. It is a language of its own right. It has way different grammar than either German. They certainly did evolve along the same lines and have loan words from all surrounding languages, like many European languages do. Like German has a lot of French loan words, a lot of English loan words. But Dutch is not a mixture like you would say you mix eggs and flour and you get pancakes. No. German and Dutch have the same origin called dietz. Yeah. Yeah, they are both Germanic languages, and they have both developed from a common root, but they are distinct different languages. Okay, so now we have looked at our map. We haven't gotten much further. Oh wait, we have to remember the travels too. Stupid. There we go. And how's our produce coming along? That is the second question here. We have to replant that in the morrow when we can see what we are doing. English has taken a lot of loan words from a lot of different languages, that is true. But the original is not a mixture of anything. It is just different part of the Germanic languages. So we need that. And some of that. I don't know what else. Probably something like that. I can't remember. Let's see. Upgrade the leggings. And we upgrade the hood, and we are done with our wolf pelts already again. We do need more wolf pelt. All that linguistic stuff is super interesting. I really, really do like linguistics. Theological languages connects everything. The Indo-European language family is what all the European languages and also some very unusual candidates belong to. And then there are the Uralic languages, and Hungarian and Finnish is actually not in the Indo-European, but Uralic languages. It's really, really interesting. And then there are the Asian and East Asian and Southeast Asian languages, and some of them are related, and there is one language that is not related to anything else, and that is Japanese. Japanese is a language family all by itself. There is no relations between those. It's really, really interesting. Dialects in Siberia, for example, are identical to ancient Indian Sanskrit. Yes, because they are Indo-European, and Sanskrit, like the Indian languages, are also part of the Indo-European language family, and so are the Siberian dialects, a part of the Indo-European language family. Also in Siberia there is Mongols living there. There is a lot of Asians that have been living there for generations and generations. Like Siberia is culturally very, very diverse. Super interesting. Okay, we are going back to the mountain and try to... Farsi is related to European languages too. True, King Under the Mountain. That is true. Farsi, the Persian language, is also related to Indo-European languages. We wanted to look at the map. Forgot that. Yeah, I think we came full circle. That is that sheer cliff side here. That is about everything on this mountain. The Japanese characters and language are also directly related to our language? No. The Japanese characters are Japanese, and the kanji are Chinese, and the Japanese language as it is related to no other language in the world. Not to ours and not to any other. It's a language all by its lonesome self. It adapted quite a few writing system things from the Chinese. All the kanji came from the Chinese. But the spoken language, the Japanese language, is a language all by itself. Well, you can take that super broad approach and say everything is related because everywhere there live humans. But the development of, say, African languages like Swahili and Zulu and all of those is quite different than the Indo-European, the Asian languages. They are not like anything we have around these parts. Okay, we have planted the reproduce and I can't plant all of the seed carrots, so we're gonna leave that like that. I'm only a hobby historian, but no, the official narrative is not real. The official narrative depends on what you mean by the official narrative. Okay, we've got all of that sorted. I think we're gonna go and get back to the mother altar with our portal. Oh no, we have to go in there and see if there is some doors. I only killed what was running around there. I have been looking into linguistics quite a bit because I'm very, very interested in learning languages, as you might know. And I'm learning Japanese actively, and I also speak Italian. And I have been digging quite deep into the linguistics and the relations of the languages. Okay, there is a lot of things going on here. Might want to be pretty careful not to get ourselves killed here if we can. I do hate that when the corridors are exact opposite to one another, because you always get something in your back there. I hate that. And I should not be wearing the root vest in here. Despite everything, I think that it's all has this connection, especially reflected in our languages. Well, there is the connection of us all being human. That is very true. And we should never forget that all of us are humans and treat each other with the due respect for a human being. That is an important thing to me. There is enough quarreling and disrespect and name-calling in the world already as is. I prefer an environment where controversies are talked about and not yelled about, if you get my drift. That is the reason why I do have a little bit of a problem with some Discord channels where people tend to get into flame wars And that is the point where I do vanish from sight. Life is way too short to quarrel with strangers you don't even really know. There is nothing of interest in here, is there? Just a lot of Alf. I have a feeling that this frost cave is a wee bit of a time sink. Okay, sorry, that was that. That was everything that is here. Not very inspiring. There is probably nothing here, because mostly there is nothing behind those doors. We got everything here, and we got everything there. Okay, that room is done. Let's see if there is more. No. The only place more there. Oh, that is nonsense. We have to get that out of the way. You want to flee here and you get stuck on those. Ah, not fun. Okay, let's see what we have behind that door there. I think we left the number 2 portal, just a storage room, also in a mountain place. We need more wolf pelts, so probably not the worst idea. We did go down there and that was only crystal. So yeah, that was all there is to this frost cave. Let's take that home real quick, drop it in a box, and then we walk that portal back to the mother place if we can find it again. Just like that. That's good enough for now. We can get that sorted later. Don't lose the daytime. Okay, there we go. That was 3 frost caves on this mountain here. I'm not mad about that. That was nice. I think we have not seen all of the other side of that bit here. Probably. Gonna move a little bit over here and see. More drakes. Well, at least we can shoot frost arrows in the ashlands because we get so many freeze glands. Okay, that is where we came up. So we came full circle here, because that is where we came up here. I see, I see. So we try to go right through the middle. Yeah, that thing is a little far away. Wow, wouldn't I have thought? There are actually people who play without frost arrows, right? There are? So they may do as they please. I love frost arrows. Have saved my ass more than once. If all those mobs are a little slowed down, that is pretty helpful. Okay, I kinda want to get back Huntsman bow and frost arrows. Yes, very helpful. Can get the foolings out of their village without the others noticing. So, we have looked down here before, and our mother altar is right over there. I turned left, right where I should have turned left too. But yeah, getting the high ground to orient yourself is a good idea here. It's getting dark again, it's getting late. Now the problem we have here with leaving that portal right on the mother altar might be if we don't have another portal somewhere on this continent here, we will have to come back by boat again. And if I could prevent that, I would rather try to prevent that. So probably it would be a much better idea to get that mother portal over to that building over there, just for safety reasons. Gonna do that because it's more clever. This is a no map run and I don't have to track back if I don't have to. Root harness, iron mace, abyssal razor, huntman bone, frost arrow, plains, easy. Well, root harness, I agree. Frost arrows, I agree. Huntsman bow, I agree. Abyssal razor, it's a fantastic weapon, don't get me wrong. I like the abyssal razor a lot, but I would go with the fist weapons myself, in my opinion. Just my preference. Nothing wrong with the abyssal razor. It's just my preference. I love me the fist weapons so much. Okay, that is better. That is still not a big deal. We can get over there. And I did forget to leave X mark on that last frost cave, but we do leave ourselves that here, so we know to look in that direction, lest we get turned around and wonder where we are. There we go. Okay. So at least we have that secured. We have that mother portal in a somewhat safer space to be able to come back there. Will you wonder where you are at some point anyway? Well, absolutely. Next week we are going to wonder what we did and why and who made that nonsensical decision in the first place the last time, and then it will come back to me that I was the person to make that nonsensical decision. in the first place. I know that. But psst, we do like if we did not know. Okay, we've got some monies. And how could you ever? Oh, what? I'm getting confused here. Fist weapons are just as slow as axes, clubs, and swords. No, they are not. Fist weapons are among the quickest weapons you can use. What makes you think they are slow? I can demonstrate if you want me to. Like a fist weapon. Look here. There we have the flesh rippers. And they are quick. And there we have an axe. Like they are not slow. There we have the spear. And there we have the fist weapons. They are on par with the others. Just take the philosophical approach. I think, therefore I am somewhere. Yeah, you're right. I should go by that. I think so. Therefore I am somewhere. We don't know for sure where we are, unless we are home. But yeah. Well, I have to say, for a no-map run, this has been going quite swell. It is. I've only got lost like 2 times where I had to run around and find things again. And all the other times I did manage to somewhat in a reasonable time get to where I needed to be. What was that about? Where is the other half? Is the other half stuck up there somewhere, huh? That was funny. There, that was the other half that fell down now. Just don't drop it on your head. Perhaps I should turn that into some sort of joke. You have already. But both of your roles you fulfilled today admirably. Cracking the jokes and telling me what was not working about my stream. Fabulous. I will miss having you in my streams so much when you go back to work. Look at all those graylings here. Okay, so now we can make more coal. Not for another work though, so you got another work of vacation, that is fabulous. Have you obtained all the necessary Christmas present already this year? Three more. Fantastic. We gonna be doing another Trailblazer on Friday, and then on Saturday we are going to be doing the Trailblazer charity run. And I'm not yet decided. I have the nerve to go and do the vanilla trophy hunt. I have not decided yet. I have been doing some training sessions, and that RNG luck of mine is non-existent. I had to kill like 12 deer to get the 2 trophies. And I don't know how many neck I killed until I got a trophy. And I killed at least 6 or 7 shamans until I got a trophy. And I'm not quite sure I have that kind of patience to play the vanilla hunt, honestly. It's not even about not having the gear. It's about not getting the trophies in the first place. Killing 12 deers is quite a long time to be killing deer. But as they say, if you got luck in love, you got bad luck in games. So attended ahead and then it broke down on me. Not doing presents for the family. Okay. Not doing presents for the family is a good approach. We are not doing presents either because if there is some need during the year we will address it anyways, and so no need for presents. Nowadays it's more like being together with the family at Christmas. Yeah, the same for us. We have been having Japanese nabe for the winter solstice on the 21st, and have talked a lot and listened to music and eaten too much. Ate way too much, and it was a nice evening. It's more about getting together, and that was really nice. But yeah, and Christmas is just another ordinary day. Okay, now what do we do? Mother is... I'm paranoid about Mother. I can tell you that much. I'm absolutely paranoid about Mother. That thing has killed me single-handedly the most in all my 7,000 hours of playing this game. So we are not gonna fight her head on. I'm not gonna do that. We can fight Yakluth head on, no prob, but not Mother. I don't want to die 6 times to bad RNG and all the add-ons that I encounter. Literally, one Mother fight, I had 2 golems show up for the fight. That was so much not fun. You're staying home though, thinking about preparing chicken madras for the 25th and having leftover 26th, maybe making some special brunch. That sounds like a good plan. 7,000, yes, about 7,000 hours of playing Valheim. That is true. That is what my Steam account tells me. And I am not the person that tends to leave the game on and go to the Christmas market for some Kinderpunsch. When I have a game on, I play the game. So I think what we are going to be doing here, we're gonna be digging down here and roast that old girl. We cannot use the now popular put some wood up there and roast her on her own altar because we have fire hazards on. There is no roasting her under a floorboard. You mean like I do with OBS? Like, I don't understand. Care to elaborate? I'm dense. I don't understand what you mean by that. Okay, that is about the height I want. Just a wee bit more, probably. Ilk? Ilk? I should probably bring a hoe to make that work. Not as easy. Ooh, can't get to that. Okay, now. Gonna have to do some roasting here. Good old-fashioned. Dig a hole and roast it then. You keep it running while you do something else. Yeah, no. Also, I don't take 2-hour breaks from recording and then come back, because that would count into my stream time too. I don't do that. The 7,000 hour recorded for that game are 7,000 hours played. So that could be working eventually, somewhat. Have to try that out, have to get some bonfires, have to get might be working if we put a fire here and one there. We have to get us some bonfires. I know that some people in this world, probably including you, Sir Raven, would be able to do that. I am not. As I said before, I have had so much bad luck against that old dragon girl that I am traumatized by now. Last time I fought her, I died twice because 2 golems showed up to the game, a bunch of drakes and a lot of wolves. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm not dying up there. I wanted to have some bonfires to try that out. That is too many. So we need... It is easy for someone to say, yeah, you can do that. No, I can't. I literally, I can't. I tried more than once and it went downhill every single time I tried. Me and Mother, we don't mix. Let's get some core wood. We do need some core wood for that. And we have been needing core wood for a long, long time. So we're gonna put that in here and we're gonna go through the number 1 portal. That should be in the meadows. Ain't it? I don't know. I think. As far as I remember, that is north of that big swamp there. Yeah, that is where we want it to be. We want to have some core wood here. If you get a good mother spawn and she is well behaved and not flipping out because of pathfinding issues, that can be a successful fight. I usually do some spawn proving beforehand so I don't get any random mobs in there. I usually do raise a ruckus before I fight any boss to attract every mob that is within hearing range before I go in fight a boss. But that position there on the edge, where that altar is, in that terrain, no. I can predict that she will have pathfinding issues, and I can predict that any else stuff will come up, and that we have fought so many golems on that mountain already that I'm quite sure that there will be more issues, so I'm gonna play it safe here. The Fenris armor I am obtaining is for me to be fighting Yagluth in the end. That is what it is meant to be doing, because it has the fire resist and it has the quick level. So that is why we are getting a Fenris armor in the first place. I got one golem trophy, which is on top of my portal house. I would love to have a second one though, because there is also trinkets, not only decorations. Also, we are missing another bear trophy as far as I recall. We only have found one, I think. But we got 2 cultist trophies, one for the hood and one is still in the box. So that is that. Okay, now we've got some core wood. Not a lot of core wood, but some core wood. So now we got enough for the bonfires. We're gonna get a hoe, get up there and see that we get that hole correctly. And I have not done that in quite a long time. So there will be things going wrong there too, for sure. But I think with 4 fires we should be fine. If we even are able to fit 4 fires, that is the other question here. Where did those come from? I did not kill next there. That is mighty strange. Yeah. Aha, the hoe. Where is the hoe? I'm gonna see what we get there. Okay, let's drop down here. That should be quite cool. For distance, that could be probably a problem. Let's try and get that a little higher. So we are a little more protected here. I'm still fitting underneath. Yep, good. That is the level we're gonna go with then. Fitting underneath is important. Okay, oh yeah, well, the other stuff is in the box here. We need that. So one here and one here. And can we have... Let's see. That should be theoretically... That should be working. Well. is not looking shabby. I think that is good like that. King Under the Mountain, you have done that way more often than I have. What do you think about the construction? Will it work? Is it good enough? Also, I do want the portal underneath here, ideally. That is quite not easy. Just to make sure we are good here with the portal. Create a slope with a turn in it. That way getting under the altar is a bit easier, speaking from experience. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean, a slope with a turn in it? Like you can't create an overhang. What I will do though, I don't understand what you are telling me, really. I will heighten that here a little bit. We need more stones. Well, we do need to make some ruckus here anyway, because we want to attract everything that is in 100-meter radius, so... Poison does damage over time, but the poison from the arrows doesn't stack. A few poison arrows might be helpful. Poison arrows against Mother, I agree, they are helpful, but I don't plan on doing much more than sitting under that here and feeding the fires. That is my master plan here. Something like that. So that probably I have to have orientation. So I want to be like here. Can't have that too close. 2, 3. With the portal right there, I can only fit 3. Also, if it's too close to my lonesome self, might be a problem too. Maybe we can only fit 3 here. It could go horribly wrong, but the portal is right over there, and that might be a bad idea with the fire hazards on. Might want to have that a little bit farther away. If that broke, we should have some more wood in the pocket. I think we're gonna have to live with right that. It might have to do. Okay, let's make a little bit more noise to see what shows up. And I can hear wolves in the distance. And I rather have that stuff show up before we fight Mother. Huh. Where are those wolves? Yeah, we need to get home. We need to bring more wood, just in case the fire gets overwhelming and gets over to our other stuff there. This is quite close to have a bonfire next to something wooden. I think that is fine here. That is far enough away. But the other side is a little sketch. Whew. I'm nervous as heck, I can tell you. I hate the Mother fight. I never get nervous if it's Jaglut we are talking about. But Mother has my pants in a twist. Okay, we don't want that on because flammable. We might want to see if we can... No, I'd rather have that because thus we are not weak to fire. It's less armor than that, but we are not weak to fire with that setup. So close to... we could set ourselves a place easily there. Okay, we're gonna have another short break here. I need a bio break. I need to stretch my legs, and you should too. Gonna put the pause button in here, and I'm gonna be playing some music and get some lemonade. Be right back.
In meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home with skill upon spilt. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. A mother reigns both sky and land, her tears will help you stand. If heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest to give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Misty glades and valleys deep, the mighty Jarls reside. The Thurgood there have lost their homes to the minions of
Okay,
pride.
I'm back. What we will take with us though, because if everything fails, we need to cook something. If everything fails, we might have to fight her head on, and I will be prepared for that eventuality. Because better safe than sorry, as the old saying goes. I don't need that one though. I prefer a little more armor. How much less armor would that be? Well, that would give me the Fenris blessing and the movement speed. Well, that one has no movement impediment. I'm not sure. I prefer more armor points, I think. So we need to cook something because we do not have good food. And we want the better food. We want some sausages. We are out of space here, though. Because food. So we make some sausage, some onion soup, and wolf skewers, and take that with, because better safe than sorry, as the old saying goes. Because if something was to go awry and we had to fight her head on, I'd rather have some food in my pocket to survive that fight. I hope it does not go awry, but you never know. I have seen about everything happening in this game already, so we take that. And 3 of those. Do we need that? No, I think not. But maybe yes. That girl has my pants in a twist. I can tell you that much. We only have 1 frost resistance, but I think it doesn't stack the damage modifier resistant versus frost, and that is resistant versus frost. It does not do nothing. It would only be a thing if we had no armor. But yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And I might want to leave the other armor pieces at home in case of accident, because running up there naked does not do much. Gonna leave that here for good measure. Yeah, I think I am as ready as I can be. I have too much stuff in my pocket. That goes here. Ay, ay. I can tell you that I am afraid. Okay, so we get all of those eggs up there. Hep. Hep. And hep. One more. Make some ruckus, attract some stuff. I don't want the stuff come around when we don't need it. So we're gonna make a little bit of noise here. Just to be sure that there is nothing that wants to play with us too. It is looking good. Can't see any guy. Oh, there. You have to die. Anything else? Okay. I think we are as prepared as we can be. And we hope for the best down there. Might still go awry. Oh wow, I glitched through the altar there. Shoot. That one here does not hold the fire all the time, because it gets smoked out when she's right on top. Okay. Yeah. See there, you can learn some cheese fondue recipe from this old girl. I have done that method twice in all of my gameplay. Only twice, and I got it to work. Shoot. We are well and alive. And Mother is dead. There we go. Now you have another method to not get yourself killed. Whew. Okay. I was really not sure if that will work. As I said, I have tried that method only twice in all the time I have been playing the game. But it did work, and we are headed for spawn to hang Mother on the wall. And now for the next big problem. We have to find Yagluth. And Yagluth is hard to find with a map. And I am really not sure how we're gonna do it without a map. This is gonna be interesting, friends. This is gonna be interesting. 4 down, 3 to go. And if we go in with that speed, like we have been over the past weeks with that playthrough, we might not be ready and done with fodder before the Deep North drops, which is not a bad thing. I have nothing against playing no map Deep North, but I might want to be aware of what is going on there before I try that with no map. We've got 1 spare egg. We're gonna put that in the treasure chest here somewhere. Okay, give me back my root vest, because that is much better for not getting killed in the plains. I don't think we have to bring that. Eventually we have, I don't know. So we have to have an artisan table. Our house is way too small, folks, way too small. Can we put that thing here? Is that covered enough? Probably. And we still have not gathered enough wolf pelt to make the Fenris happening. Okay, that is working. Good. And the spinning wheel. Ha 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 ha. We do not have space in here. I think we do have to go to the swamp some more, huh? There is not a lot of iron there. Okay. Gonna put that in here for now. And then I think we're gonna pick up the portal there. There is a lot of planes going around that mountain. We're gonna be looking at that plains here first. And then I want to find out where the number 2 portal is. I put a number 2 portal on the Skinny Mountain, which is this mountain here. Seeking under the mountain, I remembered. This is what we call the Skinny Mountain. Could go there for some more wolf pelts. Probably. We have not left a portal here. That is a pity. I should have done that. We have a portal at Bone Mass, but it's quite the run to get there, and we need to boat over here. Okay. We have a little time left. I think we're gonna pick up everything there and leave the mountain to go to the plains. I made a bet by myself that I would have 2 glasses of vodka. If you remembered, guess I'll have to now. Yeah, we're gonna have the fun of getting your drunk comments, because 2 glasses of vodka is quite a bit. And we have the most shitty weather here that could be happening. I do hate running around the mountains in that weather. What a shitty weather that is. Where is that wolf? I hear a wolf. Oh man. Wrong side. Thank Odin for a root vest. Ah. Whoa. Another one. I really do hate running around in this weather in the mountains. It's bullshit weather. It's as bad as running around in the plains in fog. I think we should be reaching plains when we come down here. Got my root vest on. Yes, I got my root vest on. There's some logs here. I do want to ideally find a place where there is mistlands and plains. And if I could have a wish, I would have some swamp nearby too. That would be my favorite place to be building a plain space. I would love that so much. Man, this is Skeeto Central here. So many Skeetos. You coming or no? And for that to be happening, we would have to be way more south than this, I think. Because this mountain is like, there is spawn here. That is not south enough. That is not far enough out to be of any help. Where is that guy? And who is he? He's over there. Okay. There was a tar pit over there. There is a tar pit here. But there ain't any fooling villages around here. But we got a bunch of cloudberries. The plains used to be my favorite biome. But then the mistlands grew on me, and now I like the mistlands better than the plains. But the plains are sure beautiful. Ah, there is some swamp there. I think we have to go home soon. We are running low on food. And I don't want to carry around food if I don't have to. That is not a lot of swamp. Maybe we go there so we have to that show up on the map. Those plains are quite calm. Not a lot of villages. That is, you cannot even call that a swamp. Like, that is nothing. I'm not quite sure. Okay, we've got black metal scrap, the first piece. Ah, there is a village there. Nice. And where is my tar pit? There is another fooling up there. I think we're gonna have to brew some more Ratatosk going forward. Ooh, yeah, we do. That was not what I wanted. Mister, there is a blob beyond me. Could you do something about that guy? Shoot. There is quite some tar pits around here. Okay, all of the tars got distracted. Going home. There is another one over there. I think we know where we can raid a village now. We go home. I'm parched. I'm parched, friends. I do need to drink more lemonade. We need to have a blast furnace. How much iron was that? 5? Blast furnace. There, 10 iron. Ugh. Kinda expensive. We have to go to the swamp and get more iron. And 20 fine wood. and 5 and 20 stone. I think, oh, there is 20 stone. Yeah. Not that, those two. Those two black metal that I got do a lot, but we have to have the blast furnace nonetheless. At least we got some coal already to smelter stuff. Okay, so now we've got a little bit more wolfhide, but that is still not enough, I think. No, we need 12 for the last level, and it's only 10. Duh. Still need more wolf stuff. And needles. And that. And we're gonna have another short break here. I'm on vacation, so we don't have to stop playing at 21 o'clock. We can go a little longer. Gonna be right back.
In meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forest dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home with steel pumps built. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land, tears will help you stand. In heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken.
Okay, that's better. I have drunk. And we're gonna get back into it and continue. Question is, do we first go for the number 2 portal and see if we get some more wolfhide? Or do we... I'm kind of anxious to get going with the planes, but I also want that Fenris armor on the full settings. And the leggings is only level 3 and we need 12 if I'm not incorrect, and we need 12 to upgrade that. Oh, only 9? Well, that settles that. I thought it was 12 and I'm not sure what else. That stuff? I don't know. Keep forgetting. That settles that. Now that Fenris set is complete. The wolf cape is only on level 2, but well, I can live with that. So that's better. And eat something. We do have too much healing potions in our pocket. We do need to make more. We do need to make more healing. Because things can go awry real quick. We need some medium healing. Blood bags, raspberries, dandelion and honey. Blood bags, dandelion, raspberries, honey. I keep missing the right station. There we go. So that is that. Put that in the fermenter while we're gone. That can ferment on its own. We don't have to lug around the hoe. And that is the wrong box for the hoe. That needs to go here. And why did I take that one off? Because I'm stupid. We are a little bit out of arrows here. Okay, where's my huntsman bow, by the way? Must be in one of those boxes here. There it is. That's better. Okay, let's see what we can achieve with those foolings. I think we might want to leave that portal here. Ah, that's a little far. I'm gonna take it a little closer. Just not anger the growth while we do that. Might as well put that up there. And I think that one is a start guy. That one will hurt. Okay, I think we got our pots and pans secured. I want to have my portal on that rock here, I think. It's a little sketch because with all that growth going on there, so many trees, it's hard to really see that. Okay, we want Radatas going here for the extra oomph. Oh, I'm wet. What's in here? Is there a shaman? Is there... There is for sure a berserk here. What with you? The berserk is coming. Very nice. Follow me, friend. I've got some funny friends for you. That is a fantastic way to hit 2 flies with 1 rock. Or was that 2 birds in English? You get all of the growth sorted and you get all of the fooling sorted. Like that. You coming? Where is the berserk? On its way home. No, sir. I need you to come visit our friends there. Church, good evening. A Frohes Fest to you too. And I wish you very calm and relaxing days. All of us can use some relaxing days these days. Okay, we've got probably a lot of that growth over there. Is there even a shaman in there? Can't see. I don't think. That huntsman bow is just so good. Is that the only one that thought about coming? That's a pity. That was that first berserk. Okay, that is set up. That is the shaman. Right there. I thought I saw a shaman. Oh, there it is. Any more takers? Only that one? That is quite... Oops. How many? Oh, we got a lot of... Another shaman? There is totems in here. That is very nice. I thought I saw another guy up in that tower. I think there is not a lot left here. That tactic I love a lot. Let him try to hit you and jump over him, hit him from behind. We've got some barley. There's not many guys left here. Okay, we have no carry capacity anymore. Now stop running around, don't waste my time. And the weather is turning bad. Let's get that stuff to the portal real quick. All of that in the box. Kinda want to pick up everything there. Oh! You here! There is fine wood to be had there. Come on. The tactic is really helpful. So, now. I think we killed everybody here. There's nobody left. That was not a lot of effort. I can hear some cackling. Something up there? Nope. Ha, where is that guy cackling? They don't have any linen here. Just barley. Well, but 2 totems, because... I have opened... No, that one, give me that. I have opened every box. We have every other thing in here. So I think we're good here. There is another box on that monument over there, probably. Yeah. Hey, what? Let's see what's in here. A little too much. I have to come back and collect that. Also the fine wood. We're gonna take the fine wood here. Because, you know, fine wood. Can't be mad about free fine wood. There was some Draugr over there. Oh, well, as long as they stay over there, they can be unalive as long as they want to be. Not keen on the puke berries. Huh, they insist on coming over here. Oh well. I have no inclination to stay and wait for them. Okay, we've got everything here. That was the first one. We have to do something about that tar pit. Finish. Ugh. It's too stupid to jump. Because I have not watched my stamina again. But well, I'm wet anyways. So we want to clear out that tar pit over there ideally. There should not be too many of those blobs left. As far as I can see, 2. And with me being such a bad shot, that is gonna be interesting. Okay, that was that one. Maybe from this side. A higher vantage point makes things easier. Can you keep still, please? Oh well. That did not go good. Is it dead? No. Of course not. And now we're in trouble. Okay, we're not in trouble. Okay, that was all of that. That is a big tar pit. We need some wood. Yeah, we need some wood because we do need some workbenches here. Not enough. One workbench. Two workbench. Man, this takes time. Okay, now I can put 2 more workbenches here. Workbench number 3 and one in the middle. That should prevent spawning effectively here. We can come back in tomorrow and drain all of that. Ow. And I'm really curious to see what the map table has to say about that. Take all. We can't carry all of that. Gonna take that and that. And that. Boom-ba-doom. That was not shabby. Good yield from that. Then that goes here, and that goes there. And we have no space in the boxes here. We have to put that here for now because we want to replant some of that. Okay. Wrong box. There we go. Okay, we have to find space for the oven, and we have to find a space for the preparation table. Okay, the preparation table can go right here, I think. What is there? 5 iron, 20 fine wood leather scraps. 20 fine wood and leather scraps. Food preparation table. That works. And 15 iron, 20 stone, and 4 surtling cores. Do 15 iron, 4 surtling cores, and 20 stone. Now where do we put that thing? That is a little unwieldy. I guess we're just gonna cook outside, huh? I don't know. Can't see what I'm doing here. We'll have to do that in the morrow. We have to sleep first so I can see what I'm doing here. And let's see what we discovered. Okay, we are quite at the south coast of that here. Huh, I think we are going to go around that mountain one time and see how big that here even is. That is where that village is. I think it's a good idea to go around the coastline here and see how big that even is. And then we're gonna see. Let me see if I can drink something. Okay. That's still fermenting. Now where do we put that oven? Can we fit it in here? No, that won't work. If we took that out, we could put it probably... what? I need that corner here. Ah, that looks mighty strange. Gonna get some stone and put a floor tile underneath. Because that looks comically strange here. Where is the stone cutter? Where did we leave the stone cutter? Here. Okay. There. That's much better. Okay, we've got an outdoor oven, because why not? I have an outdoor oven right here on my balcony at home. It is even called an outdoor oven. Okay, HP is up. Yeah, we're gonna get that portal over to that tar pit and drain that tar pit. And then there is another tar pit up there. We could use that probably to trap some logs. First we get ourselves the needed tar. That is gonna be quite some tar pit training. Tar pit training. Dude, the ground here is so saturated with tar. Is that water or tar? We are quite close to the water table though. Brain drain, yes. Brain drain. Draining those tar pit is real work. Will the oven work okay outdoors? No, the rainy weather won't put it out. It has a chimney of its own, so you can have it outdoors under the rain, no matter, no problems. Like, there is a little chimney thingy sticking out of the oven, and you can have it outdoors. Same with the tub. The tub can stay outside too, because it got a chimney of its own. It won't get snuffed out. Like, that was probably the worst idea. Well, it starts draining, and I'm not yet tarred. But this is not gonna do enough. This is not gonna do enough, I can tell ya. Yeah, the one in the game. One in the game has a little chimney of its own. I'm gonna show you when we are back home. Same with the hot tub. That has a little chimney of its own too. Ugh. That is not nice, because It is not enough. You need to dig down a little more here. Thought it might be enough. The one on my balcony though is pretty fantastic because it can go up to 340 degrees centigrade, which means it's perfect to make pizza. And I can tell you, that oven makes a damn good pizza. Maybe that's better like that. Let's see. We are going to get charred. Most likely. No, better. A little better. We are tired again. Is that enough? Not yet. Ideally, all the tar will come to this side and I will connect all the things there. I know how they look with those cute chimney in the back. Never really paid attention if they get affected by the rain. Yep. Like normally I would prefer to place them indoors because it's nicer not to get wet while you're baking something, cooking something. But with our house being so small, I have a little bit of a placement problem there. And I'm gonna have to move real soon to a bigger place. At least that is the objective there. Gonna let that drown for a little bit, maybe drain for a little bit, maybe. If we wait long enough, this will dry out. It should be long enough now. And then we have to hack another channel to the other two bowls there. Okay, let's get hacking. That is some doing here. Are we on the right track even? Yeah. Okay. Nearly there. Pickaxe gonna break. It is working somewhat. There is not a lot of tar in here at all. I wonder... Oh, my pickaxe is broken. Okay, let's get home. Let's get the pickaxe repaired. If you remember, before we left, I put some wood in the fire there. See, it's burning nicely and it's raining. That's that and some that. A little bit of that, and we got some trophies here. And that. Okay, back to the tar pit. That should have helped a little bit here. The drainage. Well, this is not gonna be fun. Can we get out of here? Ah, look at that. That looks strange. As if this was water and that was... We have to probably go a little further here. What a nuisance. Just for nice black roofs. Aha. Now we are getting some draining here. Aha, that one here is way, way, way lower than that. To dig down here more. I think we are getting water here. that raining now? Yeah, it's looking better. There's a little hump here. It can't get over that. There's some stuff in there. Hoo-hoo, look at that. We found us some goodies in here. At least we don't have to hunt all over the place for the trophies, for the totems. Okay, that. There's a lot of stone stuck in the tar there. There's a lot of stuff stuck in the tar here too. To dig that a little deeper here. And that. Takes a lot of digging to have nice roofs. There we go. Now it's time to go home. I'm not prepared to face a while. Okay, that looks not too shabby. We got everything here. What a mess. Oompa doompa 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 da doom. Okay. Tar, stone, feather, bit of money. 4 of 5 we have already. Nice. And we do need at least 7 because I do want some for decoration purposes because they glow. And I do love things that glow. That and then 20. Okay. So the pots and pans, 5 iron, 5 copper and fine wood. We are really running low on iron here, man. 5 copper and fine wood. Let's see where we can hang those. There. Cauldron level 4. There we are. Okay. That is not looking too shabby. I think we are going to call it a night here. It is next to 22 o'clock. Those go in here. We're gonna go on trying to make our luck in the plains in the next episode. We have to make the windmill. We have to find a place to put a plains farm. And we want to go around here one time, around that mountain, see how big that is. That is only that little bit of swamp down here, which is not a lot. And it is damn dark in here. We're gonna stand here, I think. Yeah. Gonna save that here. We're gonna go over to this and quit that. There we go. Okay. I wish you a good night, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas. Have a very silent night and fantastic food and nice presents and merriment with your beloved ones. We gonna be back after Christmas on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. There is gonna be a charity event. Twitch is lagging pain all of a sudden. Sorry for that. Well, yeah, on the 27th, I was saying there's gonna be a charity event for the Red Cross and the Red Crescent. Otars, the maker of the Trophy Hunt mod, did initiate that. There is gonna be 2 different events. One is a Trailblazer event for charity, so you can donate to the good cause. And then there is on the next day, the 28th, a normal vanilla trophy hunt with all the good boys there, which is also part of that charity event. So please do come if you don't have other obligations. Do come and watch those charity events. I'm gonna be playing on the 27th in the Trailblazer event. I have not decided yet if I want to do the vanilla one, but it's for a good cause. It's Christmas. If you got time, if you don't have the family over for a big feast on the 27th and 28th, go look it up and please do come. Okay, with that, I'm gonna wish you a good night, and we are going to be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye.